station. But don't forget, you can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, it is the 1st of June, which means we're welcoming in National Dairy Month. What a delicious month it is. Mississippi still has about 48 working dairy farms, averaging about 150 cows per farm, and bringing us some delicious milk, cheese, and yogurt along the way. Joining us is Miss Laura Marbury, as she is with the Dairy Alliance, and we're here to celebrate the kickoff of June Dairy Month. So welcome, Laura.
Hi, Rebecca. Happy Dairy Month.
Happy Dairy Month. It's definitely a delicious month, and right on time. When it gets hot, everybody wants a bowl of ice cream or something else to go on. But in your world, how do you guys honor and celebrate hardworking dairy farmers this month?
Well, the best thing you can do is just enjoy a delicious local dairy product. Your milk that you buy at the grocery store actually goes from farm to fridge within 48 hours. So milk is actually pretty local, and it's a great high quality nutritious product. And like you said, it's also there are also plenty of delicious other dairy foods that you can celebrate with, especially during this hot month. I was just looking at the fact sheet for Mississippi, and although the most consumed dairy product in Mississippi is cheese, it is followed very closely by ice cream. So another great option there.
2 thumbs up for both of them. And here in Mississippi, everybody knows Mississippi State University's Edam Cheese, which they have their own dairy farm there at the university, and they put out some delicious ice cream as well. But both are two things when we start talking about cheese or ice cream that comes up is Mississippi State University, Laura. And they're also doing great work, too, in terms of research and helping with the sustainability when it comes around dairy farming. I know the Dairy Alliance also works too close with farmers to help protect the cows and the planet. So what do you say when it comes to sustainability and dairy farming?
Sustainability has come a long way on dairy farms. On a farm today, you could see greenhouse gas reduction, water conservation, energy efficiency, and so much more. In fact, U.S. dairy is producing more milk with fewer emissions per gallon, and they're really, that's demonstrating the dairy farmers' commitment to adopting practices on the farm to address challenges and improve environmental outcomes, such as focusing on soil health and using resources more efficiently.
I've had the benefit, as well as you, to get to see a working dairy farm. I highly encourage anyone who gets the opportunity to go. I know I mentioned Mississippi State, but that was also one of the most fun field trips that my daughter and I got to go on. I think it was with her 4th or 5th grade class. I can't remember exactly. The years go by fast, where the kids got to actually see what they do there and sort of see the production of milk, which I think is very important. But not everybody, Laura, has access to, a working dairy farm. And, with Mississippi having 48, that's still a lot, but not a whole lot on every corner. Is there a way for people to see what's happening on farms through the Dairy Alliance?
Absolutely. In fact, National Dairy Month is a great time to visit our website, thedairyalliance.com. And one of the options we have on there, you can virtually tour many of the dairy farms we have based here in the Southeast, learn more about their sustainability practices, and learn more about where that healthy, nutritious dairy that is coming from.
And I'm glad you mentioned nutritious, Laura. You're also a registered dietitian, as I am, and we know that the price of groceries is doing nothing but feels like going up. But there are some things that are still affordable compared to other things, and milk being one of them. So what benefits does milk bring to the table for people who are looking for high-quality foods for maybe not as high of a cost?
Yeah, so dairy foods are still one of the most affordable and accessible sources of high-quality protein. So dairy provides many of the essential nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy, and one of those key nutrients is protein. So one 8-ounce glass of milk, for example, provides 8 grams of complete high-quality protein. And what that means is the protein in milk provides all 9 of the essential amino acids our body needs from food. And that really sets it apart from many of your plant-based alternatives that just don't quite match up and don't have that complete protein. And not only milk for complete protein, but also yogurt and cheese are excellent sources as well.
What if dairy gives you a little gas, Laura? What do you tell them? What do you tell folks for that?
So I say don't think you have to eliminate dairy altogether. There are some great options out there for you to try. Look for lactose-free milk at your store. That's still going to be your real dairy milk and provide that high-quality protein just without the lactose. You can also, certain types of cheeses are going to be pretty low in lactose, like your cheddar, Swiss. And yogurt is a lot of times a great option for someone who might have some lactose intolerance issues because yogurt has that beneficial bacteria in it that's good for your gut and helps you to break down lactose.
I know you've got 2 little girls, Laura, and we always are trying to feed them as healthy as possible. Sometimes that's hard.
Yes.
But dairy can definitely make that easier by getting in some key nutrients. How do you best use that with your girls to make sure you're bridging the gap on some of those nutrients of concern?
Well, we always try to pair milk with meals. I think a glass of milk is a really great comprehensive source of nutrition. And then, like I said, these other dairy foods are great as well. They typically enjoy yogurt with breakfast. And then cheese is a great way. In fact, studies have shown pairing cheese with vegetables also can increase veggie consumption, which can be, harder to get kids to eat. So kind of pairing those 2 foods together gives you even more nutrition. So dairy is a great way to complement other healthy foods and get a lot of nutrition on their plate.
I know there's some men listening, Laura, that said, the dietitian said I can put cheese on my broccoli.
That's right.
But for the kids and for the husbands, absolutely you can. If that will get you to eat your broccoli, you just smother and cover that in a little bit of cheese as well. I know when it comes to like thinking of doing things different or fresh, recipes are always a good thing to have. What are some of your favorites or some that you would send people to at the Dairy Alliance as we're looking into the summer months as fresh alternatives to their weekly menus?
So one that we recently tried and it's great for summer is, so we're all familiar with smoothies, and that's a great way to get more milk in your day, but also smoothie bowls. And we've got this delicious Hawaiian harvest smoothie bowl on our website, and it's just like you're on vacation. It has fresh coconut, mango, pineapple, and then you get all that nutritious dairy because it's actually made with yogurt and kefir, which is drinkable, kind of a pourable consistency close to yogurt, between yogurt and milk, and it's got that beneficial bacteria in there too. So it's a very tropical, refreshing treat, good for your gut, provides that high-quality protein. It's delicious, and I would definitely check it out on our website.
Have I been saying it wrong all these years, Laura? I've been calling it kefir. Is that wrong?
I used to as well, and I heard
you
it
can
pronounced
correct
differently
me
recently. But I don't know. Kefir might just be the good Mississippi pronunciation for it.
Tomato, whichever way.
Right.
I will say it is a delightfully refreshing beverage or sort of thing. If you've never tried it and you are looking to get more of those probiotics into your diet, getting the flavored one that goes down real smooth, that would be for those that maybe think that yogurt's too thick or really not for you. And then obviously maybe if you're not really into just drinking a glass of milk. How did you pronounce it, Laura? Kefir? That feels like that sounds like Tajay instead of Target.
That's right.
Kefir around here, Laura. No, that's cool. Okay, so y'all are a wealth of information, as well as you mentioned the tours that are accessible there on the website. What else good information is there if people want to learn more during June Dairy Month?
Well, there's some great dairy farm fact sheets that are state specific, so you can learn more about what's going on in Mississippi and the surrounding states. We've also got a wealth of nutrition resources, some that are free for you to print out and share. Some fun things for kids as well on there. So I would definitely give it a browse. And we have blogs, too. So we're kind of covering all different topics, sharing recipes, and giving all kinds of inspiration and ways that you can include more dairy in your diet.
All right, Laura. Well, I appreciate your time. Happy Dairy Month. And we learned a new word today, kefir. See, I'm going to say it all day.
That sounds good. Happy Dairy Month to you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.